It's Chad, Marcus, and the Haitian sensation, ready to rock your world here, Aquarian Anarchy style.
Oh,
Pause. Right? Yes, indeed. I apologize in advance for the many pause-worthy things that may come out of any of our mouths tonight, and that was one to just get it kicked off. We are ready. Aquarian Anarchy is back at it again. The UN may not care about Haiti, even though they pretend to, but we do.
Is it
And
because we're black?
what's what? Yeah.
maybe.
But we're gonna give you some stuff. Hopefully, we'll be able to get some information that you haven't heard anywhere else here on Aquarian Anarchy, because we've got some inside scoop. So
Because he's Haitian, he may have
Yes.
Haitian family members, is what he said.
that's right. That's right. That's right. I mean, look, I was gonna don't. I'm teasing it. Let's go. Hit the snakes. Right. And tonight's quote is from John Locke. But there is only one thing which gathers people into seditious commotion, and that is oppression. Yes, indeed. And oppression is the name of the game when it comes to Nico. What did you describe Haiti as? That it's that place that we saw on those movies. That's it may not be in Africa, but instead it's
like Bollywood movies? Or,
yeah. Right.
yeah. It's most definitely like oh, he sent it over right now. I'm gonna text him first.
All right. But anyway, it is
Yeah, it's like Bollywood movies. All the things that they like portray in Haiti, especially on the western side of the world, is hyperinflated. Reggie, Uncle Reggie? Okay. Oh, okay. Hold on, Dad. I'm on air. Okay, so what you call it? Yeah, so all they do is hyper inflate all of the things. So for example, you see a doll in Haiti. If you were to like trip over a doll in Haiti, you'd probably be scared shitless because you think, oh my God, I might have kicked somebody or yourself. But no, it's not the case. Especially in today's climate. You know, the propaganda is actually really good when you know, they can say something like cannibalism in Haiti and then like throw out an article, and then everybody's gonna be like, oh yeah, I wouldn't knock it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, because we only know Haiti to be such a like sad and decrepit place, but that's not actuality. There's like a very small minority of white people that are living very well over there. And then the majority of black people that are living, you know, are in the slums, or not slums, but and very, very
Poor conditions.
poor, conditions. Not all, I will say, not all. There are places in Haiti that are absolutely gorgeous, and people have a very solid way of living, but it's much more of a harsher life compared to our westernized lives. So no, there was no cannibalism in Haiti. There probably is. I'm not gonna.
I mean,
not,
there's probably there's. We all know about Jeffrey Dahmer. There's cannibalism
There's
here.
cannibalism in America.
let's be a buck, everybody. Somebody's like, you look kind of good. Pause. Like somebody out there that's like, I am really pondering. Was Hannibal Lecter right? Like, does the Aglegata taste like a
I keep going back to the old Cat Williams thing about the tiger in the cage and everything. He's like, it says juicy right there on her ass.
Right.
Look at that pine. It's just shout out to Steph. We're gonna talk a little bit towards the end of the show about the grifties that we just went to. I actually got to meet Steph in person. Steph is a tall motherfucker. I didn't realize that, but anyway, I got to meet Steph Colonel in person at the Grifties, as well as a whole bunch of other people. There's probably a lot of stuff I've forgotten, so I'm gonna have to like refresh my memory on that. But Nico we're trying to wrestle up. He's got family. So for those of you who don't know, Nico is Haitian and has like family that's still lives in Haiti. He goes back to visit from time to time, and so
I don't. I'm not gonna let him lie on me like that.
Didn't you go? Didn't you go like a few years ago?
I was supposed to, but
there
was bullshit on the gas prices, and guess what? Riots, still riots. Okay, so it's like I have yet to go to the motherland of my motherlands.
Okay.
It's unfortunate.
I apologize.
And I'm not.
The Mandela effect in me made me think that you had actually went. So I'm sorry.
I hope it worked for me too, because like,
so you don't get in trouble.
Oh man. But what you call it? But there's that's bullshit. Like you have to like nowadays really cross-reference all the videos you see. Like everything that you see from here on out can be a deep fake. Like, let's be a buck with each other. Everything you see right now, like
absolutely
can be one of the most credible deep fakes in your life. And this stream could be on bullshit. We could be just lying to you, to be honest. But in all actuality, like all the news sources you see, like for example, I didn't go in depth on what's happening with Trump, but it's bloodbath. All you hear is the word bloodbath, and it comes from his mouth, and all of a sudden he just said, let's light Molotov cocktail fires everywhere.
Right.
Like, that's not what he said. If you listen to the full clip, but I haven't, so therefore I can't really speak much on it. This is about the U.S. trying to snatch, not just the U.S., but the UN attempting their best to try and snatch Haiti because for some reason they can't round these Neanderthals up. Like they can't get a successful coup because Mama Haiti is just a son bitch to just try and put down. Apparently, you know they've had so many. I mean, granted, it's easy to press a nuke and wipe people out, but where's the fun in that? They want to play the little chess games where they are very maniacal about certain things. So
well, it's interesting that you say that because so Haiti, as small as it is, and as like I don't know. I mean. Shout out to all the people carrying around wooden guns or just wooden beams that they make it look like they're carrying a gun, and they take these pictures to scare people.
Okay, we carry wands and staffs out there.
Yeah, but no, like there's always this argument like we have to have the U.S. military because if not, we're susceptible to foreign invasion and all this stuff. And I'm like, if they can't like if they haven't been able to like really like fully take over a place like Haiti, like and look at what happened with Afghanistan and Iraq, and like you have all this stuff where like these insurgencies are able to push back against the U.S. military for like decades.
Yeah, that's crazy shit. Like, aren't y'all the most advanced military, and y'all getting your asses whooped by like Vietnam and all that? Like,
so it's like, so to me, it's like, man, I kind of trust our insurgency against an invasion more than that. I actually think. Maybe that's not so much to protect us from invasion, and it's more to go secure resources in other places and help overthrow things and create these coups and all, or facilitate coups and everything like that. So anyway, I'm just saying that to say like it kind of all comes full circle when you start talking about these topics and the U.S. military comes up and any of these, the UN, peace forces come into play.
Well, I mean, anything that is a major spirit or a head leader in anything that has the big bank has never had a good interest. So it's like the UN is also speaking on like these instances where it's like y'all have been stomping out Haiti since A1 day one, since we've liberated ourselves. Like Haiti has not had a break. How the fuck is the Dominican Republic on the other side of the island, but we're still poor? Like that does not make any fucking sense.
Well, historically, they have one of the reasons a lot of people don't understand the history that is behind Haiti. They declared their independence from the French. Yeah, from the French in 1791. They were the second country in the Western world to rebel against their colonial power. They basically followed us and at our prompting. We told them, hey, we got your back, and then didn't. And and the difference is when you read the stories of the Haitians, those people weren't playing. Like, even like Washington and all of them had some kind of understanding of like an army. They would line their people up often. They did, they certainly went behind trees and whatnot. But there was a woman, as an example, that I've read a story of. She eventually gets deified as Urzuli Le Rouge, or the Urzuli of the Red Eyes. Urzuli's the Haitian goddess of love. But Urzuli Le Rouge, the story around her, and there's a person that's connected to it, and I don't remember her name, but she basically, they believe, killed 2 people after she should have been dead. Like they cut
her head was cut off.
And her cut off, and she killed 2 people. And those are the kinds, and they were brutal at fighting back, because these are slaves who had allied themselves with the Native Americans that were there and present on the island and rebelled. So the answer really is, I think, and I'm not one to scream racism a lot, but the answer really that Nico said earlier really is, I think, one of the clues to why Haiti is not the Dominican Republic. And the reason is, it is a black-led country, and it has been for a long time. And they had a really good standard of living at one time until the world decided to get involved. So
it was until we decided to try and be diplomatic, and with the French, we were going around kicking ass and like helping out. You can find damn near almost every Caribbean island or area out by Haiti in the early periods, and still today has heavy influence because of what we've done. Jamaica got its fucking dollar from us, like the Haitians have done a very heavy standard and precedent in creating and being trailblazers in history. And because of the fact that we know the secrets of the way of the world, they have to keep us like that. They have to keep Haitians aimed at each other, quote unquote, and that's what we know of. And granted, I know Haitians get down on each other out here, and we're off of the motherland where it's not even shiesty anymore.
I'm on the beach in Haiti right now. I mean, this
but the thing is like, besides us like getting down on each other here, like they have to keep the Haitians like, and they have to manipulate their environment, because Haiti could have had at least some stone fucking buildings. We still have shacks out there. Right. And every time, and don't get me wrong, like as soon as like you could get like a little coalition of people who are smart enough, they'll probably assassinate them or send them out.
Well, or they just do what they always do, which is like send the earthquake gun or the hurricane gun to knock everything down.
But see, they don't do it as often because this isn't an earthquake or anything that has happened that we are privy to, not a large scale, but they still have an American influence over there in Haiti. Yeah. There's people going over there with fat stacks of cash who can afford it, because the regular American isn't looking at Haiti. They're just looking at the other side of the island, but because of what they're told and what they know, our side of the island is just as bad, if not better. It's just the portrayal of what is known as Haiti. So there's also, I call Haiti the real Wakanda.
That's what I was trying to get you to say earlier.
Oh yeah,
the Hollywood stuff. Yeah,
Haiti is the real Wakanda because we have a lot of gold out there still. We have a lot of minerals and material. Shout out to HJ. I learned some of this from his call with on his show, but I didn't know what the new metal was, but it helps out with military grade like weaponry and stuff like that. So
Yeah, they certainly have plenty of resources and people. One of the reasons I know that they struggle is just plain corruption, you know. And I've talked to my brother-in-law Aaron, who does a lot of mission trips, and they had talked about going to Haiti. They wound up going to El Salvador, and I asked him why they didn't go to Haiti, and he said because they were asking, basically you had to run everything through the government, and they took most of everything. So they didn't want to do that.
There's no resources that go to Haiti. There's little to no resources that go to Haiti. Like if you look up after the 2010 earthquake, after you look up what happened in there, Haiti lost a lot of kids. Like there was the Clinton Foundation came and snatched a lot of children away, allegedly. And then on top of that, all the relief that the big spenders didn't go to it. A lot of the buildings and a lot of the things would have been recreated based off of at least half of what the relief would have been to send over to Haiti. In my opinion, because the American dollar is so much more to the Haitian, to the Haitian currency, half of those donations would have rebuilt Haiti and then some.
Right.
Well, right. But so let me put this on here. All right. So what if like an earthquake comes and it breaks everything up and makes it to where now you can get to the iridium better?
Tough take.
What if it makes it easier for you to access the stuff that you're trying to mine, the iridium and the, I guess it's like, gold, copper, silver.
Oh, let me go in and save them, but actually.
Yeah, exactly. You feel me? Like, we haven't found anybody yet, but damn, these stacks.
Did y'all know y'all was rich? What?
That's right.
Yeah, no, that's
So I was trying to say before Nico got mad that I said he had gone to Haiti when he hadn't. He's trying to get in touch with a relative who's actually in Haiti to see if we can get him on the phone. So we're trying to get that going.
I hit up my Uncle Reggie, and I'm gonna hit up.
So Marcus, while he's doing that, you were gonna try to chime in a minute ago.
Yeah, I was just saying that there's an awful lot that I think is going on in Haiti. It's to me, it's perfectly located to be a good port, to be a stop-off point between any dozen different places in the Caribbean, along the Gulf. To me, it would be just a kind of a duh that if left to their own devices, the Haitians could probably put together a pretty good economy. But of course, over and over again, the West has helped them not do that. Right. And I think this is another example of what's happening today. I don't know if people have been following it, but as an example, when I put up the post on Twitter for this, I wound up having somebody who commented. I wound up taking it down because I had a typo in the original one and they had answered to it. So, but they had said, "Are you an idiot? They're being attacked by gangs. It's just gang warfare." As if I didn't read any articles where every article says these are gangs and all of this. It just makes me wonder if there were a Washington Post back in 1776, would the people in, I don't know, Boston be gang members today? Right. And why did they choose gang member and not terrorist? Why is that? Oh yeah, because terrorists are a lighter skin of brown, a lighter tone of brown than gang members. I'm sorry, my opinion remains the same. They are absolutely terrified of a Western black-run country. And they're doing everything they can to stop it.
Hold on, wait.
That's
crazy. It's crazy that she was able to get her father out in the first place. Because I bullshit you not, I've heard so many kidnap stories. I've heard a lot of kidnap stories in the regards to Americans that go there. They're half American, half Haitian. My uncle, I think, was like either got kidnapped or was in a situation of getting kidnapped.
Mm.
Like it's very common out there.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. And so
So like so break that down for me. So like you got an older man or something like that. What's the motivation behind kidnapping?
Money.
Normally what you do is you kidnap one of the kids and then make the old man pay the ransom or whatever.
I think this was when he was like in his like 30s or 40s. Like,
oh, okay. So still
but this is something that was still going on though.
Yeah. Okay.
Or 50s and 60s, I could say. Like, but it's sad that it's still going on, and like to this day that there's too many outside sources that attempt to help, but in all actuality are there to just rob and drain of resources. I mean, when has America ever actually helped anywhere? It can't even help its homeless people.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You know.
Well, it depends. Like if the homeless population keeps growing, doesn't that mean they're helping?
You're right. They're helping them out of their house. Hey, do you?
Right. You guys, let me help you move out.
Right.
No, you have to keep the sofa.
Oh shit! Shout out
off.
to the homeless people. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't mean. We don't mean to make light of your situation.
For sure.
It's just we're making light of how crappy the U.S. government is.
Well, but Nico makes a good point, though. You know, look at San Francisco. Nico was talking about earlier that they don't have a lot of concrete buildings. They got a lot of shacks. Oh shit!
People choose to be. Some people
got a bunch of tents,
but that shit is still crazy. Where like the homeless population is ridiculous. Like it should not be. There's so much land and opportunity out here. We can 3D print houses, and there's people who smell like 3-year-old dog piss. Like it's not okay. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, Marcus, remember when we were in New Orleans and we were doing the march for the veterans, and like there was like several tent cities under the interstate overpasses and stuff like that. And there's a lot of that, like Los Angeles, San Francisco, and I mean it's a lot of big cities all over the country. There's a lot of that.
Yeah, and my point is, though, you know, they say that Haiti is this third world country. Well, and the U.S. is going to rush in and save them. Well, how come they haven't rushed in and saved New Orleans or San Francisco or Indianapolis?
Well, I mean, you saw how long it took them to rush in and save New Orleans when Katrina hit.
For sure. Well, the good news is
3 weeks of nonstop news coverage.
They saved them almost as well as they did in Haiti.
Right. Wait, no, it was with you, Chad. But didn't they do some crazy shit where they didn't allow people to help out in Katrina?
Yeah, it was crazy. So they had, there were a bunch of different things, but like they were going and confiscating people's weapons and stuff, and they would like not let you stay. There were people who were, you know, standing their ground on their property and saying, I'm not leaving. And they were like force evacuating people. And there was all kind of stuff where certain things that you tried to do to help were being disallowed because you weren't one of the authorities. And then I think what you're talking about is the flood in 2016 in Baton Rouge, where the Cajun Navy came in and did their thing, and then like a year or two later, they passed legislation requiring you to have a license. You had to pay $300 to get a license to be able to do that, and they would ask if you were going around helping people, they'd ask to see your license to make sure you were an approved rescue person.
I'll go to jail. I'll go to jail.
Yeah,
put on the cuffs. Right now, I got like 5 bodies in here, and somebody's injured, but I'll go to jail.
Yeah,
that makes sense, right, officer?
Right, and but of course, but my kind of to the core of this, you know, this is what happens when government's involved. If you want to know what it's going to be like when a one world government is in charge of the world, they're in charge of Haiti right now. Wait for it.
Well, they're not in charge of Haiti because they have to put shit like they're cannibals out there.
Right. You're right. But they are the ones who are trying to establish some kind of order in Haiti.
And I would like to say, for you to avoid all and any kind of like deceitful information that is out there, go ahead and pop you some of that Men of Order right quick, that flow. Get you some flow, and always be aware of your situations, because you got to be mentally adept when they try and throw you a curveball. You have to watch the pitcher's arm, not the ball. Okay.
100%.
Also, there has been no kind of government since in Haiti since the president has been assassinated. There's no kind of structure over there. So they're going to say that gangs have taken over. But in all actuality, that might be the people just getting their shit together. Like, we don't want y'all over here.
Right.
Like, yeah, go ahead.
100%.
Like, we got rid of the last guy who tried to be in charge. Like,
well, no, you guys came and killed him. Well, no, we killed him because he was on bullshit. Because he was on bullshit from what was coming from y'all. But now, I gotta sit here and wait for y'all to try and endorse somebody else to come fuck my country up some more. Like, me no want.
Right. And when you read, I searched for a understanding article over Haiti, and the Washington Post was the best that I could get. And the only reason I chose it was because they said, is it going to work? You're going to do the same shit again. Is it going to work? And no, it's not. I mean, right out of the gate, one of the requirements that the UN and all these outside influences are demanding in Haiti is that they are in agreement with the UN mandate, which is why they are rebelling to begin with. So they automatically excluded anyone who had any connection to saying, I don't like what you're doing. Right.
Well, I mean, that's how you get to the truth, is you silence a whole side of a narrative so that there can't be a counter narrative.
Right.
That's the only way to get to the truth.
For sure. At least the truth you want. That's the only way you get to like your truth.
That's how court works, right? They only let the prosecution talk.
Right.
They don't let the defense talk.
Right.
Like, why would we need to hear from them? This guy's a murderer. Why would he be telling the truth?
Right. And then the opposition, they've already laid out, as we talked about earlier, as gang members.
Right. Yeah.
Because the guy that you can see on the cover of this, he looks like a gang member to me. I mean, he's got the Haitian flag all wrapped around his neck.
Up. Come on, let's go. Let's pull it up.
All right. So this is the article. And is
he wearing like the military gang paraphernalia?
No, that's not actually him. That the leader's on the cover of the cover of this. He's pictured with a gun. Let me see if I can roll through this and see if they have a picture of him, because I do now know what he looks like. So,
I know who you're talking about. You're talking about the guy who had the gold and he has the Mason symbol chain.
I think so. Here, I'll just I'll just pull up what
I know you're talking about.
Yeah. So, but all right, let me just go ahead and I'll just bring that up. Give me a second. I might
be able to do it. Hang on. Just go through your thing. I'll do that while you read. If you want to get into the article.
Okay, cool. All right. So I'm going to get into the article. All right. So, it starts off with, it says, Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Heavily armed gangs are sowing mayhem, killing indiscriminately, breaking open prisons, and blocking aid. Nearly half the country is hungry. 1 million people are starving. The country's leader has announced plans to resign. Now, first of all, 1 million people are starving. That didn't happen since last week. That didn't happen when this started, period. So it continues. Haiti has been here before, several times, in fact, since the ouster of Duvalier dictatorship and I butchered that, in 1986. Its government has fallen or been chased out. The streets have erupted. The United States has stepped in to lead the international efforts to stand up to the new leaders who can be seen as legitimate and will be friendly to Washington. Okay, so right out of the gate, you can't be in any way saying we're not 100% pro-United States.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, again, by this article already, it has said that they have been fucking these people since 1986. But and then it continues, as it has yet to work. Haiti's presidency has been vacant since 2021 assassination of Jovenel Moise. The National Assembly has been empty since the last lawmaker's terms expired last year. Prime Minister Ariel Henry has been unwilling or unable to bring new elections. When Henry left the country, he was like, fuck this, I'm out of here. This month to build support for a UN security force to restore order. The gangs rampaged. So put that into perspective.
Mm-hmm.
The gangs were waiting for now. The president was killed. Most of the government's gone. They were waiting until this clown left to just throw a big deal, right?
Right.
They haven't let him back in. Now the U.S.
scrubbed the internet of this picture, but like I cannot find the picture. I know the picture you're talking about, the one where he's like doing like this with a jacket over his shirt, and he's got
I don't know. Here, it's the picture that is our that
one, the one that's on our thumbnail.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's him. I'll just bring our thumbnail back up. Give me just a second.
Yeah.
Sorry, just takes me a second to get
to it. I'm trying to. I got an uncle, but I have to get a charger so my shit does not die in the middle of the fucking phone conversation.
All right. So I'm uploading that picture now. So again, all right. Now I'm going to add it. The guy over on the right, that is the quote unquote gang leader. Is that
the one they call barbecue?
Yes.
I call him barbecue because his people own the barbecue. You dig? He's not really somebody who barbecue and shift up people.
Come on, he's barbecuing people. This is
is it because he's black that you assume that he does?
It's not the society of the snow. It's the society of I don't know what. I don't have a joke. Anyway, go ahead.
It's bullshit.
So it continued. Go ahead, Nico.
I'm gonna just bite the bullet and make the 7% count because I don't wanna. So I'm gonna let you finish this up. And then we're gonna give him a call.
Okay. All right. So to continue, now the U.S. officials see a way forward. How? What the fuck changed? Suddenly there's violence, and we know what we can do now. After emergency negotiations this week, the U.S., Haitian, and neighboring leaders, the Caribbean community, or CARICOM, announced the creation of a panel of Haitian leaders to put the country on the path to elections. Henry said he'd resign once the Transitional Presidential Council picked an interim prime minister to succeed him. So what changed? Just because they decided to make a plan?
No, it's because they decided to make a plan. That's what's changed.
Yeah, and the people on the ground give two shits about that, right?
Right.
So the United States has a long history of intervening in Haiti. U.S. Marines occupied Haiti from 1915 to 1934. Washington initially supported the murderous and kleptocratic Duvalier dictatorship. U.S. forces invaded in 1994 to restore the ousted president Jean-Bertrand Aristide and returned in 2004 to restore order after Aristide fled to exile. In 2011, the United States helped. Notice they keep saying help. I don't hear help. I hear invade.
Look, tomato.
Right. In 2011, the United States helped Michael Martelly win the presidency. The United Nations last year accused him of using gangs during his term to expand his influence over the neighborhoods to advance his political agenda, contributing to a legacy of insecurity, the impacts of which are still being felt today. So again, this is somebody that the United States put in charge.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this time the U.S. officials say they've learned the lessons of history.
We have an uncanny ability of installing dictators who everybody hates and who end up serving our interests and fucking the people over and making things worse.
I mean, to be honest, if I was the United States, I would be like, do we want to make this successful, boys? Let's get them somebody who they might like. You know,
Maybe.
it's just, you know.
It depends on what your motivation is, though.
Right.
And I bring
Oh,
us
right.
back
You don't want to
again.
give them any kind of comfort because they pissed you off so long ago, and you're still they're still your slaves, but your slaves must pay for what they did so long ago. So, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. So this time, the U.S. officials say they've learned their lessons of history. They're not imposing a government on Haiti. They insist. They've made a concerted effort to send Haitians to the talks. It's a Haitian, just wait for it. It's a Haitian designed. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken told reporters Wednesday it's Haitian led. But, like I said, wait for it. But critics ask how Haitian led an agreement can be that was negotiated by foreign diplomats meeting in Jamaica while Haitians were allowed to join by Zoom.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, like, all you needed to know is when they said, like, they've made a concerted effort to center Haitians in the talks. It's like, let me get this straight. So, like this is like China and Russia saying, like, look, we realize there's a lot of shit going down in the U.S., but we have told we told Biden that he can zoom in on our discussions about what we're going to do about America.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, wait, what? What?
Right.
Like, we made a concerted effort to center U.S. people in our discussions about how to handle the U.S. Like, it's like, wow, okay.
Well, that's neat.
Then it continues. They say it was cobbled together hurriedly. Do you think? And lacks a long-term vision for security.
Yeah.
And they say the council would simply turn the problem over to a political and business elite that in some cases is responsible for the nation's dysfunction, like I've been saying all along. Many in this squabbling insular group have been trying and failing to achieve political consensus and stability for years. Quote, the idea that this ultimately should be a Haitian-driven solution is right.
No way.
Right.
You don't say.
Really? It said Christopher Sabatini, senior Latin America fellow at London-based Gotham House. The question is, which Haitians? Yeah, I'll bet they're asking which Haitians.
Yeah,
they're the American ones that they got.
Well, you know who should be deciding which Haitians? Definitely not Haitians.
Yeah.
Hey, wait. What's your last name? Baptiste? Nah, you're Haitian. No.
Right. U.S. and other officials reject criticism that the agreement was drawn up in a back room with little Haitian input. Gee, that never happens. A senior State Department official told the Washington Post that they had at least 39 Haitian stakeholders. They had 39 people. 39 people to make this happen. The Jamaican official put the number at 66. They can't even agree on how many people they were talking to.
Wait, on Zoom, right? This was the Zoom call?
Yeah. so
wait, did anybody whip it out and start spanking it on the thing like Jeffrey Toobin?
Almost certainly.
Or wait, that would be even better is if they started barbecuing somebody.
Right. It's just halfway out there with the barbecue.
Like start eating a leg and then be like, oh shit, I forgot to turn my camera off.
So to continue, it's not one meeting at which things were agreed behind closed doors. No, it was multiple meetings. It was agreed behind closed doors. Kamina Johnson-Smith, Jamaica's foreign minister, told reporters this week, more than 2 centuries of subjugation and exploitation by larger powers helped transform Haiti from the economic powerhouse of the Caribbean to the poorest nation in the Western Hemisphere. That history weighs heavily on the Biden administration. They don't give a fuck. They don't care about us. They certainly are not going to give
a fuck. Like, they had that one dude, he was trying to bring Uber Eats just to make a little bit of extra money. And they had that dude on the horse whipping him. Remember that?
Yes.
The horse is trying to cross the border.
They need to send them to Haiti. Maybe the Haitians could do something with this.
I do remember the disrespect.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they're like this right this way for all like the Venezuelans and everybody else. They're just like right this way. We have a place paid out for it. The Haitians come over here. They're like, get the fuck back there.
Right, it's good. With a whip, no less.
I know.
So,
Oh my God.
yeah. The history of Haiti is replete with foreign actors trying to shape the outcomes and decisions around the leadership of Haiti, a senior State Department official said. And what they've said is that it is vital that there be a Haitian, that we got paragraphs of them making an argument that the Haitians actually should be in charge. Haitian ownership of the political process and the way forward. The official spoke on the condition of anonymity. Okay, he needed to be anonymous to say the Haitians need to be in charge of the Haitian government. Okay, just put that in perspective. The official spoke on the condition of anonymity
You're to right there.
The diplomatically and politically sensitive situation. It's difficult to understate the severity of the crisis in Haiti.
Not as difficult as it is for you to say anonymity.
That is correct.
Anyway, I'm just fucking with you guys.
That is correct. It's difficult to overstate the severity of the crisis in Haiti, a country where the legacy of colonialism, including corruption, epidemic poverty, and warlordship, gangs control 80% of Port-au-Prince. Again, how do we know that these are gangs?
Yeah, this is. Well, but that's the thing. It's like.
They're black. Here's what in the congregation. They're a gang.
Yeah, but here's what they're doing linguistically, though. What they're doing with this is a really clever trick to make you forget everything that they said about colonialism, corruption, endemic poverty, and go right into gangs control 80% of Port-au-Prince. It's like, oh, all right. So let's forget about all that other stuff. Let's bring some more colonialism and corruption, and that'll fix it. Like,
get them hooked right up.
Like what we need is more colonialism and corruption. That'll get rid of the gangs, because the gangs are scary. Colonialism and corruption, you're used to that.
Right, you got that in spades already. So the country's democratic institutions have been hollowed out. The few hospitals operating in Port-au-Prince are full. Schools are closed and businesses are shuttered. Haitians mostly stay home. The challenge that lies ahead is gigantic. Said most of these quotes are pointless. I just have to say. Said Romain Lecour, a senior expert at the Global Initiative Against Transnational Organized Crime. You have to rebuild almost every institution from the ashes. Why? Again, can we not let these people decide on their own?
No, because we have to re-educate the Neanderthals.
Nico, I wish you were wrong.
Because but unfortunately, apparently, Haitians don't know how to do anything. We can't run a government. And actually, funny thing is like my grandfather hates going over to Haiti and speaking about Haiti because the politics are so corrupt and disgusting. Like, I'm fairly sure if he shows his face over there, he's in trouble. So therefore, he doesn't show up over there at all. They just the Haitian politics scene, political scene has been disgustingly like fucked up and corrupt since A1 day one. You wouldn't be able to get a break because somebody has a grudge against you. Like I wish. I mean, maybe in an alternate universe, there were more people that freed themselves, and we weren't the beating stick of the country because this shit it sucks. It really is annoying to be like the bottom, known as like the bottom feeders of the bottom feeders, because you keep getting kicked and stepped on and spat on every instance you get. And then when you start to get your own shit together, everybody is like, oh, look, you're doing some crazy shit. And then
right.
You to be a crazy person.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, what I know of Haitian culture myself, it's a beautiful culture. It's full of all kinds of really interesting stuff. And it's a hotbed of new ideas. If they can do that with religion, don't they think maybe they can do that with other shit too? Maybe.
So should I go my uncle a call?
Yeah. I was going to ask you if we had that lined up.
I have my headphones on, but I'm going to take them off so he can hear you.
Yeah. Good.
Well, no, they're going to be on still. I can't unplug them. Let's see something.
I'm pull the article down.
Y'all hear?
Yep.
Hey, Hunt.
What's going on, sir?
Nothing much. I'm actually on a podcast, and we're discussing what was going on in Haiti, and to our limited knowledge, I was like, wait, I got people who are Haitian, and got people out there, so I wanted to ask if you could give like a brief overview of what you know.
I mean, I don't. You mean, or what do I know? What
Like,
situation?
what's happening over in Haiti in the situation in regards to like the political the
BS.
political vacancy um and uh anything else that else is happening in the news. Like for example, they uh portrayed to say that there was a cannibal when we probably know that wasn't factual.
Cannibal.
Oh, you've never heard of they had a thing circulating on Twitter. And was it a news post, guys? Or
Yeah,
what?
they,
It
they
was
had
a news
people.
post
Yeah, people were
showing
saying that there were people eating
there were
people.
people eating people in Haiti and things like that due to.
I think I heard something to that degree. I don't follow social media because of everything, as you probably know, you can't believe everything you see or hear.
Fact.
And especially when you come to social media, when everybody and anybody can post anything and everything. So you take it with a grain of salt. I think I did hear something about that briefly, about some cannibalism, but I never looked into it further to figure out if it's true or not. So I can't speak upon that.
Okay.
I mean, as far as the current situation, in a nutshell, pretty much is that you probably already know this, is the fact that basically you had the president that was assassinated, Governor Moïse was assassinated. He had promised election, but the thing was is that many people come to realize that at the same time as he was promising an election, a lot of things he was finding out was coming into light. To give you an example, one of the things he talked about was how you would pay some company X amount to pave a road, which was an exorbitant amount, and then it would never get done, or just maybe 1/10 of it would get done. He was beginning to expose things like that, how people were using the government as a till just to make money, but not producing anything. And so they say that was one of the reasons that he was assassinated. One, rumor the fact that he was exposing the oligarchs and how they were making money. They couldn't control them. Another rumor was the fact that he was going to build a Russian embassy in the United States. In Haiti, and they weren't going to allow that. The United States wasn't going to allow that. And then the third was that he was going to release the names of some big drug lords, and that's why they assassinated. So three different scenarios. So when he was assassinated, a lot of people's eyes were opening up because they began to see what was going on. The last time a president was assassinated in Haiti was literally 100 years ago, back in 1915. Which is when, after that assassination, the United States used it as a reason to go into Haiti. They invaded Haiti, went straight downtown, took all the gold out the bank and sent it to, I think it was Citibank. I'm not sure which bank it was. Took all the gold. They occupied Haiti from, I think, 1915 to 1934. Forget the exact date. But that was the last time a president was assassinated. So to have a president assassinated in over 100 years was like, wow, it's a big thing. But then, as it got out with the fact they hired mercenaries from Colombia to come in to be part of the assassination, more and more things were revealed as, this guy, we were against him for power, but now we begin to see that he was uncovering a lot of things. And one of the rumors is that Ariel Henry, the prime minister, the thing out about that, he was nominated to become the prime minister 2 days before the assassination. And when so after the assassination, he said he wanted to take power. And then the other guy was the current prime minister, which I'm bad with names, I forget his name.
Henry.
Battle going on, no, I should stay prime minister because I was a prime minister when the guy passed away, but then Ariel Henry was like, no, he nominated me, so I was going to come to power anyway, so I should take power. So that eventually got squashed out. Ariel Henry took power. But what a lot of people point out is that he was never elected. And he was never ratified. And then over time, because there's no vote, things just got worse. Meaning that the terms of the different people in the parliament started running out. So it got to the point that was only Ariel Henry that was in charge. And so a lot of people were upset because he was promising elections, which he didn't do. He was never relinquishing power, and he was not saying or doing enough to stop the security. So then it leads to the fact, I think it was like maybe going on 3 years, that basically he came into power unelected. never held elections, and things were deteriorating both politically and economically and security-wise.
Okay.
So now he's in power, and a lot of people are getting upset with him because he's not doing anything. And so that brings you to the point where you're at now, where he goes out of control. No, so last year, he knows some things out of control. He can't control anything. So then that's when he started requesting help for outside force to come in. Now, the one thing that happens in a lot of countries, whether it be Haiti or other countries, what a lot of politicians will do, they will give money to the poor people who start trouble and so forth.
Mm.
And what you have in the situation is very simple. If you just look at it logically, how does a young man or kid who has nothing run around in flip-flops and t-shirts and shorts afford a $700 gun?
Yeah.
So people start thinking about it, like, wait, this doesn't make any sense. How does someone that's poor get a gun? Well, obviously somebody gave it to him because he can't afford it on his own. So what you have happening is you have the rich oligarchs who are using the gangs to terrorize other people or to terrorize politicians. And the politicians were using the gang to control people, control neighborhoods so they can vote and stay under their domain or jurisdiction, so to speak, particularly when it came to voting.
Mm-hmm.
So then they got to a point where you have washed all these guns into these neighborhoods that these guys like, no, I don't need you anymore. I got enough power to do it on my own.
Mm.
So that's how you have a situation with most of these gangs running around with all these high-powered guns. You're talking about AK-47.
So they are actual gangs that are running around and like terrorizing throughout Haiti.
Okay, so I don't want to say throughout Haiti. And the reason I don't want to say that is the main problem is in the capital. I'm not just saying gangs operating in Okap or Cap Haitian or Hinch and these other towns. I'm not saying that. Mm-hmm. They are. The majority of the gangs is really causing problems for in the capital.
Right.
So relative to the capital, what you have is, like I said, you over time, you gave all these guns to these gangs, and now they got so much power and also so much weapons, you can't control them anymore.
Yeah.
Basically, you allow the inmates to run their silence. So you have these poor neighborhoods congested and packed. You give them guns, and they start terrorizing and doing stuff that you expect, that you want to do. But then they got to the point you gave so much guns, they're like, no, I don't need you anymore. So a lot of these gangs, not all of them, like Jenny Cozier, Jenny Shevbeer, he's one of the few gang members that realized and like woke up. They're like, wait a minute, you know what? These guys are just giving us guns to fight against each other. We the poor people. It makes no sense why they sit there in the Petroville up in the hills,
yeah,
or they have their families out themselves, or their families are out either in the United States, Canada, France, and just reaping all the benefits of the corruption, of all these other things going on. So when Ariel Henry went out the country, that's when the gangs took advantage and we're not going to let them back in.
Right.
Most of the people in the country don't want him back. It's the people that's outside the country supporting him, i.e. United States, Canada, France, Organization of American States. That's who's supporting him. And everybody in Haiti is like, dude, we don't want him back. We never want him in power. The only reason he's been in power because you allowed him to be in power. And that's a lot of things people don't understand about the United States in general. Take it to go on a tangent. Lots of times people don't like the United States, not because of the United States, it's because the United States government tends to share in other countries, other people's business.
Right.
That's the issue, and that's the issue again with Haiti, is the fact that you can almost say that since Duvalier fell back in 1986, the United States has had a hand in Haitian politics. And they're working almost in concert with the elite, the oligarchy, which only comes up maybe like 6 billion, pretty much, who run a lot of stuff. They're kind of in cahoots with a lot of foreign leaders, particularly the Haitian government, the American government, to stay in power and control what politician they want in for their benefit. And so that's the situation we have now. So you have, as one guy puts it, he said, you had these guys that's in the suburbs in air-conditioned hotels negotiating with Kayako. First of all, why are we negotiating with an external organization about what we're going to do inside the country. It makes no sense. It's one thing they can sit there and give us advice, but it's another why we negotiated with them. Second, these so-called people who are here and picture on video negotiating, if you were to go to walk out on the street, you ask common citizens who this person is, they're not going to know. And it's true. It's basically people who have a lot of money, have a lot of clout, that are negotiating for their benefit, not for the benefit of the poor. So right now what you have is you have an issue of they're supposed to get 9 members. 2 supposed to be non-voting and 7 supposed to be voting. That we're going to be create a presidential or transitional government. And now those 7 people that can vote, they're going to pick a prime minister and a president. And a lot of people say, no, we don't want this. Why don't we do, which is a smaller group, or I don't know if I say smaller group, but another group, UNinvolved, that we're going to just do 3 members. Because the more members you have, that's just more money they're going to make and more corruption. Furthermore, these 7 people that you're trying to these group of people that's negotiating, trying to figure out who the 7 members are, one of the people that's negotiating is still Aya Henry's government. So how does this make it any better? You're not helping the situation. The same people we had issue with, the same people that's negotiating, makes no sense. And what a lot of people are not catching on is that with Aya Henry, if you listen to his speech, Aya Henry he has yet to resign. All he said was, when a transitional government is established, then I'll resign. So he's still in power. A lot of people are listening. He's still in power. And he has his people so-called negotiating for these 7 members. So the problem is still there.
Yeah.
Whereas with people align themselves with UNinvolved, they're like, dude, let's just make it real simple. Let's just do 3 people. UNinvolved, again, I apologize, I forget the other 2 names. One person is from the justice, another person from the religious sector, female. And let them 3 be the members and let them stop putting stuff together and put stuff in order. Now you take a step back. The United States has got something too, but we don't know what it is. What I mean by that is this. UNinvolved he had was behind the coup that got rid of ICE the second time in 2004. ICE fell out, was kicked out of the government. They established a new government. UNinvolved ran for president, he lost, but he won the Senate. Now, it's not a secret that UNinvolved was trained by the CIA. He was in the Dominican Republic training to come into Haiti and overthrow ICE. So now he overthrows ICE. Russell says he can't win. So he didn't win. He runs for Senate to represent his home area. He's from the town of Jeremy up in the Southwest. He wins the Senate and wins the Senate seat. On his way from there to the Capitol, the police stop him and let the DEA come in and arrest him and export him back to the United States. He goes to the United States. He pleads down to one conspiracy, and I forget the exact charge. He's supposed to be in jail for 9 years. Well, all of a sudden, the 6th year, they let him out. Remember? And they export him or deport him to Haiti. And I said to myself, as many other people, like, why would you do that? There's already a tense situation going on. Why would you deport someone that has a lot of following, that still has a lot of connections, that was behind a coup about 20 years ago? Why would you send him back? So something's up. And then sure enough, within 2 months he was there, he was already talking that things have got to change. We got to do better and so forth. And he's somewhat quiet and sitting in the background. And when I say quietly, I mean he's not doing a lot of interviews. He's not putting out a lot of videos on YouTube. Every now and then, he'll say something. He's staying low in the cut, as they say. Everybody else is doing all the talking. But if you ask the common person on the ground who knows UNinvolved, that's what they want. If you ask the common person on the ground, who are these people that's negotiating up in the hotel, they go. So that's just kind of like the current situation right now. How we got there, like I said, was that Juvenile started to post stuff. He got assassinated. I heard Lee came in charge, and he hasn't done anything for 3 years. Over 3 years there. one caveat too. When they originally started doing an investigation about the assassination behind Jovenel Moise, one of the judges came up and said that he wanted Ida Henry arrested because he believed that he had to do it. Ida Henry got upset, had the guy fired, and put another judge in charge. Also, like something interesting. So there, he may not have something that may have something to do with the assassination. But what is definitely common knowledge is that you have these elite, these oligarchs, who basically have their hand around the throat of the country because they got the money and they had the power to figure out who they want to put into politics, and like as I said earlier, have armed the gangs to the point that it's working against them.
So, do you think that the U.S. and other foreign countries that are tied to or intertwined with working with Haiti, do you think they have any like good, or do you think bad intentions? Do you think their intentions are necessarily, I mean, granted, the U.S. has never really is proved to have good intentions, but what do you think the possible intentions are of the U.S. and the foreign countries right now?
The UN, yeah.
UN.
My opinion is what you stated. Ever since Haiti got its independence, there's always been an animosity towards Haiti. Always, in one form or another, want to suppress or keep Haiti down. What is their interest right now? What do they want? I think at the minimum, what they don't want is the situation gets so bad, not to say that it's not, but the situation get even worse where they start having a bunch of refugees coming over. And as you already know, if you haven't heard already, they've already said they're going to start throwing in Guantanamo Bay, which they've done before.
What, the refugees?
So that's one thing they don't want. They don't want to see just refugees started coming over in waves. I think what their long-term intention has been, if they can, is to control Haiti like they've been doing since I told you, since the 80s, is to control Haiti. Not for good, but just for, I think, the worst, to make money.
Resources, yeah.
Resources. You know what kind of resources they got over there in Haiti? That all these foreign countries.
You can look at it different ways. You can look at it from an economic point of view. You look at the fact that they crushed the rice industry in Haiti. Haiti used to be able to produce its own rice and export. And the condition and Clinton, for what it's worth, came out and admitted what he was wrong. What he did was wrong. It's his fault. One condition that when he sent IFC back was that they had to lower the tariff on the rice import. And what the United States did was dump all the rice into Haiti that were lower than the Haitian grown rice and destroyed the rice companies, where now 80% of the rice that Haiti consumed has to come from the United States. So that's one way. Another way is, a lot of people talk about, is iridium. Iridium is a mineral that, if you listen to different sources, is in abundance not only in South Africa, but Haiti. But iridium is what you need for like batteries and phones, and it is a large resource of it in Haiti. And so they want that. And I think I'd probably the biggest two, I would say at the top of my head, would be the fact of like the gold, any type of minerals or oil that Haiti may have lying inside the country or along its territorial water they want. But then also the other part is to make money off of it by just dumping and sending products there like rice and other things. And then the third part would be to take advantage of low wages. So if you send like textile industry, stuff like that over there, like cheaper than the United States. So I would say those three things: economic and minerals.
So it's just resources that they want. You don't think that they want anything more than that, like possible? I mean, the land position is actually really nice for exports and imports. So you're right on that. But so just mainly resources.
Yeah, the resources and like control the economics, just make money off of Haiti.
Okay. And then why you think that these places have beef? Why do you think they all want to keep stepping on Haiti? I mean, do you think it's only due to the independence, or is there any other factor?
Yeah, that's a lot to do with it. It's just animosity towards it. Yeah, I mean, it's no different that strong Haiti could mean something. An independent black country, large country in the Caribbean could mean something. The same way that a lot of the Western world, particularly Europe, does not want to see different African countries rise. because they don't want to see the rise because they know they're no longer taking advantage of those countries, take their resources. But then now you got to put them on an even playing field that they become too strong that I can know they go from someone I dominate to someone that might equal. And of course, their biggest fear is someone they may dominate me.
Yeah.
So it's really that. It's the fact of that there's animosity since the beginning. And then you have in your mind that you don't want to see a black country prosper, whether it be in the Caribbean or in Africa. And if they do prosper, you benefit off of it, not them.
That's it. Yeah.
Right. Okay, cool. Oh, well, much appreciated, Unc. That was very, very beneficial. And you gave me a lot of insight and more. And now I actually am kind of interested in learning more so myself. And like, possibly, having more conversation with you about this. All right. Much appreciated. Much love. Take it easy.
Tell him we said thank you, Nico.
Yes.
My shit just died.
Oh, okay.
That was crazy. Well, it's good timing at least.
Yeah, for sure. So
you made it all the way through.
Sure. I don't want to finish the article because he pretty much covered every single thing. What I found interesting and is that his opinions almost across the board were our opinions.
Yeah. And we hadn't even prepped him. He was just like, "Oh, you want me to talk about this?"
I wasn't expecting it. So my other uncle wasn't able to call because he's teaching class right now.
Okay.
But no, that one was great. No, that was great.
For sure.
I wasn't
again. Make sure to tell him thank you.
Expecting him to drop the oligarchs. I wasn't expecting him to go that way.
Dude, we were all on the exact same page. I found it kind of funny. Yeah.
But it's interesting that he said that about the because this is actually a common thing that happens. You know how they have the whole thing? It's like a meme where they make fun of like whoever loses the national championship or the World Series or the Super Bowl or whatever, and they show like little African kids wearing their shirts, or whatever, because it's like those are the shirts that they made. They made those shirts, but nobody in the U.S. is going to wear them because who wants the championship T-shirt of the team that lost?
Right.
And so, but what they talk about, right, for real. Those kids up there like, oh, what the fuck are you talking about? I thought the Steelers won that Super Bowl. Like, no, it was the Packers. But the one that Aaron Rodgers actually won. But so I've heard a lot of this that happens where what that does is it's actually like devastating to those countries to do that. People think they're doing good.
No, it takes
but what it does is it puts people out of business. Like, why would I buy? I don't need to get shirts from you. I got this one. I got 10 of them. And then now he's out of business. So now where do they go when they actually need stuff? Right.
The mom and pop shops get thrown out the window because there's an overabundance of shit that America has made, and it's like it's falsified.
Get some
apparel. I mean, it's not falsified, but it's useless apparel. It's overly excessive apparel that they didn't necessarily need.
Yeah.
Right. And it, again, like Chad was saying, it's the same thing as, getting them addicted to the welfare system. It's the exact same thing. You learn that the where you go for shit is the dole of the government, not, I can go build that.
Yeah. Well, it's also temporary. Like that's the other thing is that like a lot of this stuff is like, it's like, boom, here's this, we're going to dump all this shit. And so then it's like, okay, we have this stuff. So we don't need this little cottage economy that we have going on in our village or our city or whatever. And that stuff dries up, goes away. Well, then in 4 months when it's gone and you don't, and now you realize, oh, like, hey, I need X, Y, and Z, like the rice or whatever it is, now it's like, well, we're not growing our own rice and we're dependent on the US for that stuff. So it creates that cycle of dependency. It's weird. It's like the opposite of, how every time there's some big government project and they want to ask for like some tax initiative to raise money for it, like a stadium for a football team or something like that. They always talk about the multiplier, how like, but every one of these dollars that we invest, it brings back $6 because this gets done and this gets done. Well, that's like the opposite of that. It's like for every dollar that we dump into this place, that's $6 that vaporize because that stuff doesn't get exchanged because there's nobody creating the thing that gets handed out. The people that make the money off of it are because the thing is that those people get paid to manufacture that stuff.
They probably get tax breaks for donating it too.
That's what I was going to say. You get a tax break for donating it and everything, and it's this little circle jerk of like communism that pervades. So,
well, Nico, I think that your uncle was very enlightening. I think that we've really rounded this subject out, and I guess where my prayer is actually going towards on the image that I put out for this. You'll notice a green little weird symbol down in the corner. That is for the voodoo or the Haitian god of war and of creation. His name is Ogun. And what I pray for the Haitian people is that they see more of that blacksmith that is Ogun instead of the warrior that the United States brings. Mm-hmm. And because Ogun doesn't want to be a warrior, he's a defender. He defends his people. Mm-hmm. And it's time for the United States to put his gun away and let the Haitian people bring out a few hammers.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Ashe. That's on a real tip. Pause. Like that's oh God, that's on Bob. Like, to be honest, I really wish that the spirit of Haiti, the mother spirit of Haiti, come out to whoop these Negroes and Negrettes and crackers and crackettes asses, and because like this is overkill. It's over with now. Like, I mean, Black people have been at the bottom of the heel for 400 years, but Haiti has still been under the heel even after removing the heel. Like, it's trifling at this point. And y'all lucky that now they're starting to get the shit together, but it's at a smaller, scale. Now, if this was at like a massive scale when everybody was fighting one person, this would have been a whole different story, and we probably would all be flying on brooms at this point. But y'all got us. Y'all got everybody pointing at each other over the stupid shit. As always, I really hope that those night walkers in Haiti snatch those white folks up, because that's the real shit. That's some real shit. If you ever go to Haiti, if you ever find yourself somehow you manage to go in Haiti and you're out at night, dig a hole and dig it deep, because there's things that will snatch you and you won't come back to mama. And that's a real word. That's a real tip. Pause. Like, that's real shit. So I don't fuck around about Haiti. I really wish it would
get my bucket list real quick and take Haiti off of it. Right here.
Go to resorts, okay?
I'm not trying. I already went to Mexico and I had to avoid the chupacabra, so like it's I don't want the night snatchers or whatever you call them.
For now,
every place has its time. Where we about to go through our shit. I can only imagine the propaganda other places put about America.
Right.
So like at the end of the day, like, even though like there's a lot of shit, there's a lot of hope. What Marcus was speaking about, like with this next uptick on things and like the possible shit that could happen. Don't look at the sun on the 8th. Find yourselves in y'all cribs. Tinfoil kufi on this motherfucker. Find yourselves in your cribs. Don't look up.
Happening in Aries as well.
Yep, the April. Fuck that solar eclipse.
Yeah. So it's funny that you say that about like we're about to go through some stuff, because I was reading this morning the readings that I read. It's from Isaiah. It's like first chapter of Isaiah, like what is it? Verse 6, 7 says I'll just go to 7. It says, your country is desolate, your cities are burned with fire, your land strangers devour it in your presence, and it is desolate as overthrown by strangers. And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much Pretty much what we got going on right now.
So many fucking immigrants over here that are ex-military trained just to be here. No, those motherfuckers are coming here just to get a free meal, a hot and a cotton away from the bullshit situation. So they,
I know, but they have to say, the propagandists, the propagandists all say like military aged men, like as basically what that means is dudes from about 16 to 40.
Right.
You know, like, and so they must be here. They must be here to overthrow America.
Right.
All right. Like, maybe they're trying to escape some bullshit that's going down.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's every time whatever you see, whatever you're watching, understand that for every Ian Miles Chong, there's 150 people just like him who have more official titles that we don't know that they are just pure propagandist grifters, but they are. So be careful, keep your head on a swivel, pay attention to what you're digesting, and make sure that you're taking care of your own little circle, because that's the only place where there's not all the propaganda and you know what's really going down. So handle that shit, and don't be trying to like save the world when you don't even know what needs saving and what doesn't.
Save your own self and your people and they skin. Mind your business and make sure you take care of those who are next to you and in the kin.
Yep.
Take your flow and Apex while you're at it. You know, I mean, should I play the commercial? No, it's not a good time for that. But one day we'll get back to where we'll incorporate the commercial into.
Yeah, we'll get on.
And we'll have to get back to the grifties at another time.
Yeah, for sure. I think
it dropped tonight anyway.
They're dropping tonight.
HJ said it on his live
on the
stream.
Griff Report. Oh shit. Okay, so then
we better get off here.
so we'll let the grifties get its run this week, and then we'll come back and we'll talk.
You're not going to be here next week, right? Your
that's right.
daughter's
It's
birthday.
Shit.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. We'll just sprinkle it in here and there.
All right,
guys. This has been fun. I've enjoyed this topic. Nico, thank you again for having your uncle on.
Absolutely.
Definitely reach out for us and let him know that we really appreciate it. And from here, everybody, stay free.
Peace, y'all.